Greetings and welcome to the third episode in the series Publican Enemy. It's lockdown number 3. I get locked down, but I get up again. So we can't go anywhere, and the country's gone to ruin. So time to give you what no one's asked for, the difficult third episode of Publican Enemy. Now, to add insult to injury, yeah, I know it's a lockdown, but I've got a can of Guinness staring at me, but because it's dry January, I cannot drink it. So what can we do? We can entertain ourselves with history and lore from Guinness, that fantastic drink. In our first episode, we looked at Guinness in Nigeria. Then we looked at Guinness in Malaysia, slightly left here. Today, we're going to look at Guinness at a country that's very close to my heart. It's kind of a wacky, backwards country with these archaic rules. And currently, it's devolving into a disaster zone. That's right, the UK. So today we're going to look a little bit at the UK. Now, the UK has a massive influence on Guinness as a brand. And in fact, a lot of the great things we think about from Guinness actually came from the UK. So cheers, lads. You've contributed a lot to it. Those famous Guinness ads with the toucans and the animals and stuff like that, it was created by a British advertising agency and by an artist called John Gilroy. So he invented them. This advertising agency, the artist, he went to the circus and he imagined what the animals would look like if they were drinking Guinness. So a simpler time of advertising, free of mountains of cocaine and focus groups, where you could just go to the circus and have an idea, and that was it. So the first Guinness TV ads in the UK came from those posters and transmitted over. And that's the first one we're going to watch here today, ladies and gentlemen. This one is called A Guinness Poster Comes to Life. Let's have a quick look-see at this one.
My goodness!
Amazing there. Bear in mind, this was in the 1950s. Just after the war, people were traumatized. They didn't want anything too challenging or cutting edge. So that was the first televised Guinness ad, okay, coming from those posters as well. So Guinness was famous, of course, for its cutting edge advertising. It's kind of artistic advertising, and basically it's standout advertising. So the next ad we're going to see is the first sign of that. So there's a transition between that rubbish and the next ad, which was also in the 1950s, and Guinness tried to make something a little bit more sophisticated. And this ad is called Dockyard. So let's have a look at this bad boy.
This is the best bit of the day. When it's nearly over, I like to look at it and lock it all away before I go off for a Guinness. And Guinness is part of it. The best moment of it. Now, at the quiet end of the day, Guinness.
How smooth was that man's voice? That man's voice was as smooth as the head on the pint itself. So as you can see, that was the first time Guinness tried to brand themselves as something a little bit different, as something a little bit other. So that one was about relaxing after work, which is kind of a little bit of the theme of Guinness. It's kind of like for the classy guy who is working hard, like myself. So that one was in the late 50s. Now, flash forward to the 1970s. 1970s, the decade of rampant sexism, casual racism, and questionable style. And the Guinness ads are no different. They reflect this quite heavily in two that I'm going to show you now. You'll notice in these Guinness ads in the 1970s, there's no connection between Guinness and Ireland at all. And that's probably because during that time, the branding, marketing probably wasn't that advantageous to be associated with Ireland, what with all the terrorism that went on. So Guinness tried to steer away from that. And it produced these two award-winning ads. These ads won awards as like outstanding advertisements of the year or of the decade. And they're suitably 70s. So let's have a look. Join me, if you will, for the first one, which is called Take Home Rain.
Get me a Guinness, love, would you?
Here you are, dear.
Thanks, love. Why don't you get one for yourself?
If you've got to fetch and carry, do it when you're shopping.
Award-winning ads there. Hilarious, you have to agree. This is 1970s, so it was a different time. So that was an award-winning Guinness 70s ad. The next one we're going to look at is called Foreigners. That's the name of the ad. So let's take a look and see what Foreigners has to say.
Tu Gwen, Gwen.
Huh?
Et comment va?
Gwen?
Gwens.
Gin.
Gwens, 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 Gwens. Usual day?
Sure, the usual.
Ah, c'est ça.
Tout usual.
Draft Usual. Beer that keeps its head without losing its cool.
Foreigners, eh? That was Foreigners. An interesting ad. I'm not quite sure what the angle of this ad is maybe because Guinness is sophisticated, that it's drunk by Italians and there's an association with that. Or foreigners are hilarious. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe a mixture of the two. But of course, Italians love Guinness. There's many great Italian Irish pubs as well. So maybe that helped. Maybe that ad helped to do it. I don't know. I can only speculate. So those are examples from the Guinness ads. Then in the 90s, Guinness ads became more off the wall and huge budget and became more Irish as well. Then they became the really, really, really famous ones. So you've got like the Surfer and all of those kind of ones, massive budget. And they really did help to boost Guinness's presence. But the best Guinness ad that I've ever seen, and I want to share with you, is actually, I think, from the 1950s. And for some reason, it's my favorite Guinness ad. So take a look and let's see what you think about the wonderful pyramids.
What's all this then?
Hey, it's a pyramid. I've brought you a pyramid.
Well, I don't want no pyramid. I've managed so far without a pyramid.
Oh?
Got on very well without a pyramid.
What's wrong with it then?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's all right as pyramids go.
I've
but
brought that pyramid all the way from Egypt. It were a very heavy pyramid.
What do you mean, heavy?
Eh?
What do you mean, heavy? You never carried it.
Oh, yes, I did.
You never carried no pyramid. You haven't got the strength.
Oh, yes, I have. I carried it.
You haven't got the
I have.
strength to carry no pyramid.
I tell you, I
You
have.
have not. You have not got.
I have, because I drink Guinness, that's why. I drink Guinness for strength and I'm strong. And I carry that pyramid all the way from Egypt. And it were heavy.
Oh, well, you just have to drink another Guinness and take it back again.
Well, that's the last time I remember his birthday.
Guinness, Guinness gives you strength. Guinness gives you strength.
Guinness gives you strength there. Of course, they're not allowed to say that anymore because it's not true. Guinness gives you strength. So that's my look at Guinness advertising. In the UK, a little sideways glance at that and some lovely ads maybe that you haven't seen before. In the meantime, stay indoors, stay at home, think about Guinness. That's it from me. Thank you.